Hi everyone, Linda Israel here. Thank you so much for being here during my live stream. I greatly appreciate your support. I've pre-recorded this so that we can have some of the behind the scenes done while you listen to me for just a moment. I again want to thank you so very much for being here during my live stream. If you could, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends so that they can come join us. And if you will also give me a comment in the comment section after this video is done, and then definitely speak up in the chat and say hi. Lastly, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Now, if you're watching this as a replay, generally, if you're on a computer, you can go down below and look for the little gear. You can change that and make the speed faster. If you're on a mobile device, look up in the corner, up in this area for 3 little dots, and you can change the speed there as well. Those of you that are here live, do definitely speak up in the chat. I greatly appreciate you being here. Well, those that are here live earn a virtual currency. Junkie Joe should be coming up here in just a moment, and you'll be able to check how many bucks that you have. What are bucks? They're junk bucks. It's just a virtual point system that I have created on my account when we're live so that you can redeem those once you get to 2,000 for a $10 off coupon to my shop. So you can type exclamation point bucks to see how many that you have. And if you have 2,000 and you're ready for a coupon code, type exclamation point award, and my official note takers will take down that information. Now, if you haven't already created an account on my website at lindaisrael.com, please do so, and then send me a message through the contact form letting me know what your YouTube username is. Why? So I'll have your email address and I can email you your coupon code. Also, if you make a donation throughout this live stream, you can be added to my YouTube donators membership that I have on my website. So again, create an account, say, hey, Linda, I donated, and tell me what your username is on YouTube if it's different. That way I can get you added to that. At the end of this stream, I will have journals made, and you will have the opportunity to win one of those journals. Throughout the live stream, we'll have some various raffles, and we also have in-chat games. So be looking out for that in the chat, and I'll kind of speak it up when I get to it. For example, if you type exclamation point raffle, right now you can be in a chance to win 200 junk bucks. So you'll be well on your way to getting 2,000 junk bucks. Normally, Robin is my official note taker. Sometimes Angelica is my official note taker. It kind of depends on what's going on. These are members and administrators of my Facebook group, the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group, we'd love to have you come and join us over there. What else? Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. Hey, if you have a question, try to put it in all caps. That way I'll see it. If I don't see it, please don't be offended. The chat sometimes moves fast, and I'm usually looking down trying to create things. So please ask again. But if you know the answer that someone else's question, please go ahead and answer for them. I greatly appreciate that. Let's see, what else? Oh, if you have a YouTube channel, you can't post your link, but you can say, I have a YouTube channel, and tell us a little bit about it. Tell us your channel name, something like that. Tell us what you do. We're going to get started here in just a moment. I'm looking at the time. So roughly 5 minutes is when I'll get started. So it should be just a few more seconds. So definitely hang out in the chat, and we'll get started here in just a moment. Hello, everybody. My hands are already got stuff all over them. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to have you here. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Oh, my goodness. I've been sitting here working away, getting things ready. I'm drawing a couple of pages really fast before we get started here. Hey, I want to thank you for being here, hanging out. If you haven't already entered the raffle, it's for 200 junk bucks. One of those, you will earn bucks while you're sitting here playing, watching, and following along, and you can redeem those for a $10 off coupon to my shop. Hey, Sally. It was so good to see Sally and, of course, Robin. I know that they're here in the chat. They were able to come over and hang out with me on Saturday for a little workshop where they could work on the Merry Little Christmas kit. And I think we had a good time. At least I did anyway. All right, let me get a couple things out of the way. I was sitting here getting all my stuff ready. And I thought, okay, I'm going to start with this project, but where's the rest of it? I couldn't find it. It's like it was missing. I was like, oh no, where did it go? And then I realized I hadn't finished as much as I thought of this particular project. So we're going to wing it. We're going to get it done live right here. I'm working with the Merry Little Christmas creative kits. I have printed elements from the large journal kit, the subscription box, and the planner kit. So what I did to start with is I took a dictionary page and cut it down to 8.5 by 11, and I sprayed it with the Merry Little Christmas Gnome. It's a deeper, darker red, almost a mahogany type red. And I've dried it. Now I'm going to grab some stencils. So let's see. Woo! Stencil avalanche! All right, so let's see what we've got here. How about, you know what? I want to do some, let's do some mixed media stuff. So I've got in front of me the scattered stars, and I've got my little dauber. I'm going to put a couple of pieces of paper down on my desk here. Oh, I might really use those if we get to that point. Okay. And let's see what I've got. I've got a couple of pages here. So I'm going to lay these underneath. These are just to help protect my work surface. Okay. So we're going to take this scattered stars stencil, and I'm going to lay it on top of my page here. And we're going to find some tape. And I'm just going to use some washi tape along the edges just to help hold it in place so it doesn't move around. Yay! I'm glad you had a good time, Sally. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ta-da! Angelica is here. Angelica's moved to Spain, and she finally has internet so she can join in on the fun. So we're so glad to have her here today. All right, so I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to get a little scrap of paper here. All right, so I've got some acrylic gold paint. Yeah, and what I'm going to do is squeeze a little bit out onto my piece of paper here. I have 2 pages that I want to make. So I've got my other page out, getting it ready. And I've got a pan here that I can use when I want to clean my stencil off. All right, so I've got a Tim Holtz blender tool here. This one, I just keep it clean. When I'm done with the paint, I wash it out really well and set it aside. So it's got that sponge dauber, and I've got my paint here at the side. So I'm just going to use this as my palette, and we're going to pounce on top of the stencil. I like this technique because it allows me to add some color. And I should have done this with you, Sally, on Saturday when we were trying to do the layered stencil with the ornaments. We should have sprayed the background and then come back with acrylic paint, and it wouldn't have turned out so muddy. She was trying to layer, and I was doing multiple things at once and didn't guide her all the way through. So sorry about that, Sally. Here's a technique you can do. All right, so I'm going over the whole thing. All right, so I'm going to peel off this top page here, the stencil. All right, so there's my stenciled page. I'm going to set that aside. I've got another page I want to do, so I'm going to line it up under here the best that I can, since I've already got the stencil dirty. And we're going to come back in with some more paint and do this one. How is everybody? Did y'all have a good day? Oh, so you're in a different home. I didn't realize you were already you moved twice. I guess I didn't follow that whenever we were in the chat. I know that Robin knows more about what you've been doing. Okay, we're getting there a little at a time. I should have put more washi tape down than I did. I am working on 2 different journals at the same time. Like I said at the beginning, I had started this page layout. I had set aside all the things that I wanted to use, but somehow it got misplaced. So I was like, where did it go? Why can't I find it? Well, it had been put onto a cookie sheet and set aside, and I lost it for a little bit. All right, so I'm going to set this here. Put this in my tray. I've got some Thieves Cleaner. My spray bottle work. So I'm just spraying it with some Thieves. And I'm going to get a paper towel real fast. Normally I have a bucket of water behind me, but I didn't bring one in today. I didn't really have room because I wanted to use my sewing machine, and that's usually where I put my bucket. All right, so that's probably good enough for now. I'm not going to use this stencil again for a while, so I'm just going to set it aside. I just have to remember that when I get done with the live to go get it cleaned up. And then I'll just throw away this excess paint. I could have used it on something else, but, you know, sometimes you just have to move on. All right, so I'm going to go back to the first page, and it may be dry, but just in case, we're going to hit it with the heat tool. Hello, Diane. Hello, Angelica and Sam and Giovanna and Lori. So glad to have y'all here. I think I saw quite a few people here. Ada, hey, Ada. Hey, Maria, hello. Did I miss anybody? Sally, of course, and Julie. Julie is here. Janice, hi, Janice. How are you? Hope you were well. Ah, Diane, I just saw that. You're hanging out with us today. I know you've been a busy, busy lady. Oh, thank you, Lori, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I got that side pretty much dry. I'm going to flip this over, and I want to work on this side a little bit. I'm going to clean my hands off. Got a little bit of acrylic paint going on. Thank you, Sam. Okay, so for this side, I have a greeting card that I've cut down that should fit. I think I need to trim it some more though, but I think I can make it fit right on the edge, top to bottom there. I've already put little tabs on the back. So I know I want to put that there, and that's why I'm putting on this side, because it didn't put any of the stenciling, but I do want to put something decorative across the top and the bottom. So I'm grabbing a stamp. Got a stamp here and a scrap of paper. We'll stamp across the top and the bottom there. So I've got the Leafy Vine. It's a Beeline Designs stamp. And I'm just filling in that edge, just so it's not so stark. Okay? And then let's glue this guy right on top. So you kind of see it peeking out, the top and the bottom there. So I've just got some Aleene's Tacky Glue. So recycle those greeting cards. I'm making this as a really wide belly band, so a card can be put behind it, a booklet, whatever you want to put right behind it. Let's try to center this on the page, like that. Okay, and then over here, let's see what I've got that I can put over here. I have this shopping list. So this was like a shopping list type thing. It says shopping list pad. And I shared some with the girls on Saturday. And I took one of them and I cut it in half. And I thought, why not place this somehow on the page? Maybe like that. And I've got, from the large journal kit, you get a label sheet that has all of the, like a snippet of the images. It says Merry Little Christmas on it. And this is the image that says journal kit or something like that. And I covered it up with a scrap of fabric and I stamped the word journal from the Journal Quartet. And I thought, well, that could be a little pocket there at the bottom. So as I'm looking at this part of the page, you know, it's kind of plain. So maybe we should put something in the background there. So let's grab some stamps. Let's see which one I want. Maybe that one. Okay, what did I just do with them? Oh. Oh, here's the label. There's the label. There we go. Let's see. Stamping around that edge. I'm thinking maybe from the bow. This is the bow duo. There's two stamps that kind of look like pine. So, stick this over there. Let's grab this guy. Grab a scrap of paper. I'm going to stamp in that background. So kind of fill in. I may even do the bottom a little bit. And like it's coming out of the top of the pocket. I need to re-ink my ink pad, I think. So what if we did like that? Let's glue that down. Don't make me buy the aprons and cloth. Been fun, having fun just stashing. All right. Are y'all ready for Christmas music? Have y'all been listening to it? I did turn some on just for a little while today. I've got them in my headphones. I think I like that. Okay, let's glue this. Right here on the bottom. All right, so now we've made a pocket. I need something to put in that pocket. So since I need something in that pocket, I'm going to set this aside. Here's what I have. I have a paper sack that I've cut up. So you can see where the fold lines were. I've gone around the edge with Distress ink. I've got a couple of images from the kit. And that should fit in there. Tightly, but it'll fit in there. Okay. So I've got 2 of them. And then I have some wrapping paper here. And I think I have just enough that if I line this up with the edge, I'm kind of seeing which is my straighter edge here. I should be able to cut this. Something like that. Do that again over here. Making 2 of them for both journals. All right, line up, line up. I'm eyeballing it here, just not using my paper cutter. I did replace the blade in my paper cutter. I kept thinking I couldn't actually replace the blade, but I could, and I did. And it's so much better now. All right, so I've got this guy. I'm thinking that I need to do something over here on the edge. I'm adding some Distress inks to the edge of the wrapping paper. You know, I've got the pine bough out, so how about I'm doing this. So this is my Jet Black Archival ink re-inker, and this is how I re-ink. I just open it up, and I'm just going to squeeze a generous amount across, and it'll soak into that ink pad pretty quick. I'm going to grab a scrap of paper again, move these guys out of the way, and I know that that's going to come down this way, so I'm just going to take the pine bough. Yeah, that stamp's a lot better since I replaced the ink, or added ink. So I'm looking at that. All right, so I'm going to fill in going the other direction. Oh, I got it backwards. Kind of add some more in a couple of spots. So now when I lay that on here, and then I've got a little poinsettia. How do I want to do that? Do I want to do it something like that? Put it down here. Put the flower above. Maybe something like that, a little collage look. I'm going to set that aside. We'll think about that for a moment. Oh, thank you, Robin, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let's make this better. All right, rotate it. Come in here. All right. Let's glue that down. Yeah, that looks better, doesn't it? Kind of filling that in. That way, the other way. Okay. We'll see how this, we'll put this down. I'll put the paper down at least. And then we'll play around with the collage on here. So use that scraps of wrapping paper that you may have in your stash. I could do something like that with this one. Like that one. And then what do we want to do here? Let's go ahead and glue this piece down. All right. Watching me. Very pretty. The other way. Oh, someone said the other way. I don't know which is the other way. I've moved on. I've already forgot which way it was, Sam. All right. So if I did... put that more in the middle. You want the bird above? How about like that? We'll do them the same. How's that? Yeah! Using Christmas. Oh, thank you, Kimberly. Well, you know, using rubber stamps to help fill that background in, it just completely changes how that looks, right? All right, so let's glue down the poinsettia. All good. It's always looks good. Thank you, Sam. Oh, dear. This is my poinsettia stamp that I stamped and colored with some Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists. And then the little bird is from, I think it's from the large journal kit. No diamond Christmas paper. Well, if you have the large diamond stencil, or you have the diamond bar rubber stamp, Julie, you can kind of make your own. Just line up that stencil and paint it first, one either red or green, and then go over it with the other color through the stencil. All right, I like that one. Let's get this glued down. I'm looking here. Uh-oh, got a boss fight going. Okay, something like that. Trying to use all these little elements. And we've created some additional writing space. All right. Ah, see, you have the stamp. Get the stamp out, and you can stamp on, color your paper, and then use the colored rubber stamped ink to stamp on top of it. Make your own. All right, so now we have all this writing space that we can use, and we can put this down in our pocket. How's that? So it says season greetings and journal, and then we have a journal card on this side. I'm going to put this in the other one. I haven't put anything inside here, so let's look at my scrapbook paper real fast. You know, I've got some 12 by 12 scrapbook paper here. What would go? Maybe this one? Maybe that green would look good. Ugh, some of these are like, woo, out there. I think I like this green, so I'm going to... I think I'm going to cut 2 of them out. Let's make a fold over. So, if this is 5.5 inches wide, roughly, and it's roughly, in this case, 8 inches. So if we had 7 inches tall, and we folded it like a booklet, we could do that. So I'm going to take this and cut it at 7 inches. And I'll have this little piece, maybe I can use it somewhere else. I may even just fold it in half and use it like that. Okay, so now I've got this piece. Well, 6 inches is too far. So I think what I want to do is cut off a little bit. So I'll cut it down to 5.25 inches. So 10.5 inches. That'll be at 5.25. And I'll have a little strap left over. So I'll take this piece and fold it in half. And now I have additional journal space. Now you could decorate this out if you want. I'm just going to take this belly band and slide it right in there. And it'll be kind of hidden, so you won't see it, okay? Bye, Angelica. Thanks for coming by. All right, so I'm going to cut this piece so it'll be ready. And then that one we'll have it for the other one. Now we could stencil on that piece as well. I'm contemplating. What do I want to do? Apparently I didn't cut it straight. All right, so let's add a little subtle pattern to the back side of this. So I'll get out my stencils again. Let's just use the Merry Little Christmas Snowflake on there. I don't want to use Tattered Angels because I don't want it to bleed through. I think I want maybe let's go with a red. So if I did this one, and I have a fired brick. So what I'm going to do is get a scrap of paper here and lay my stencil on top of my page. And we're just going to add this fired brick pattern to the back side. Okay. I'm using those makeup blending brushes. I kind of like the softness of them. There's all kinds of brands out there. I've got some that I bought from Amazon, and those seem to be the ones I use the most. I have in my wish list another set because I bought these silver ones first and they were all different sizes. Well, now I've got a set of the black ones and I really like them. And I started putting the names of the colors on the brushes so that when I'm changing colors, I don't have to wash out the brush. I can just grab one in the red family. And I just happen to remember this one was in the red family. Can you see the pattern that I put down? All right, I'm going to do that again with the piece we've already folded up. That is from the Merry Little Christmas set, Sam. It's a snowflake pattern that I hand drew. And it is in the Merry Little Christmas set. I'm going to put some washi tape down to help me hold this in place. Ah! Washi tape going crazy. That'll help. Yeah, it's in the creative box. It's in the creative box. It's in the subscription box, Sam. It's one of 2 stencils in the Merry Little Christmas creative box. I have not sent out the newsletter yet, but I will have a newsletter sent out. If you subscribe to my newsletter, you should get it. And it will have details about my Black Friday sale that starts on Friday. Okay, get my stencil to release. Oh yeah, I just remembered this. December stencils are in the other room. Let me go get them. Hang on a second. I just realized. Okay, I came back. Whew. All right. Oh, might as well show all of these. So this is a new stencil. This is called Flowers and Vines stencil. I hand drew that. And then I haven't printed the sheet that goes with it, but here is the December Stencil Club. Oh, it's got some hanging chads. Henry cuts these for me and he gives them to me, and I have to kind of clean them because he's a busy man. All right, so there is one of the December. I like the little dots in the middle. And then this one is another of the December Stencil Club. And then here's the half sheet of the December Stencil Club. Those will ship out, what is it, December the 15th. Oh, this is a new stencil. This is my circuit board stencil. This is brand new stencil that I just made. Ah, and then I have another stencil. I can't remember if I've added this one to my shop yet, but this will be called Eyes at Watch. Is that kind of fun and creepy at the same time? And then I will also have a set of 5, thank you, Sam, mandala stencils. So these will all be little stencils that I haven't even written out how much it all will measure. These are 4 inches across, these little mandalas. So you can use those in your journals. And wait, I went ahead, I'm just going to stick them back in here, and I made the bigger version, which is 8 inches tall. So if you want it coming off the page, or you want to layer the big with the small, you'll be able to do that with the larger versions of that. Kind of looks Egyptian, yeah? Yeah, it's kind of, with those eyes, it's kind of wild, isn't it? Here's another one. And here's another. These will be added to my shop in the next couple of days. I just got them made. Oh yeah, that's just the other. So I thought I'd show you those. So, December Stencil Club. I don't know if we use one. We might. Let me put this back over here. I won't be able to find them later. So, Robin, remind me that I put my stencils behind me. Okay. So, we've gone around these with the stenciling just a little bit. I think it needs some distress ink. So, I'm going to get my blending tool. The little mandalas will be a set of 5, and then I'll offer the big mandalas individually. If you want me to put them up as a set, or both, where you can buy them individually, or you can buy all 5 of them, I'll do that. I'll make a set option. That'll make Henry really happy. I have to cut all 5 of those? Yes, dear. They want all 5. I have been busy, Julie. Nadine, you should go to my website, and I think it pops up if you want to join my newsletter. What I'll do is I can send you a link to my sign up. It's through MailChimp. And when you get my newsletter, if you want to continue receiving my newsletters, please open them. You don't have to click on anything in the newsletter, but if you'll open them, that will show in my records whenever I check, you know, who frequently opens, so you'll continue to get them. All right, so I've got this part so far. I haven't really added anything else, so how about if we did some stamping? I keep putting my stamp sheet up. Oh, here it is. I put it right here where I can see it. So how about, you know, I really like this Christmas stamp. Let's stamp it. Put this up here for now. Maybe what we'll do is we'll stamp it on the front in the middle. Let's see what happens. If we don't like it, you know what I can do? I can cover it up with another piece of paper. Okay, I'll send out the link. Thank you, Margie. I'll post it on my Facebook page, and then I'll post it here. Thank you, Robin. Just about 10 more minutes. Y'all join the raffle. All right, let's put that right in the middle. Let's see what it looks like. Remember to press down firmly. You don't have to stand on it, but you want the ink to transfer to the paper, so let it set for a moment. What do you think? That looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Just simple. All right, let's do that again. Trying to put some things away where they belong. Let's do that again. Make sure I've got ink on my stamp. Press it here. You dozed off, Margie? Yeah, give me just a second and I'll get you the MailChimp link. The perils of having two emails. Robin, I just sent that to you in Facebook as a link. Okay? All right, so I did that. I think that looks really pretty, just like that. Bathroom break. But I think I need something on the inside. So, oh, you know what? I happen to have, I don't have all of them, but I have one of the faux postage for Christmas. So I haven't even used it yet, so I'm going to stamp it. Let's ink some more. Oh, that looks better. It's a little faux postage. So I'm going to ink that up and put it right in the corner here. Like that. And I have, where is it? Not there. Here we go. This is a Twas the night before, and I'm going to use it to kind of just add some random text around it, okay? Just kind of adding a little random text on there. All right, so I'm going to use the same thing over here, just kind of adding a little text in the background. Yeah. Pardon me. I got the sneezies. And then I'm just going to put the little birdie on here, I think. Little birdie there. I saw a little scrap of fabric here. Let's see what we've got. Where's my scissors? Maybe something like that. I'm just adding stuff to it as I see it here laying on my desk. I think it needs the green. I think that little pop of green helps, doesn't it? All right, let's glue that down. Morgan. How are you? So glad to have y'all here today. If you haven't already, you should be getting your subscription boxes. A bunch of them should have already arrived. I'm sorry, Julie, but not yours. We can't send packages to Australia unless you want to pay for express mail, which makes it like $77 for the package. And Julie and I agreed that we would just wait. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate it today. I hope that you're getting some ideas. You know, you don't have to use the full stamp. You can use part of it. Oh, thank you, Jennifer, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, and then I'll just put that right there. So now we've decorated this little guy that can slide right in here. Okay, and I've already done this, which will go on the other page, which is laying here somewhere. It's laying here somewhere under all my stuff. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Okay. All right, so we've done this side. We have a pocket. We've added some stamping, and then we've got the inside. Let me go ahead and grab this page. Because I've got a different card here. Got this piece and this piece. So this piece right here came off of this sheet. So that's where that came from. And I just covered up what the collection includes. So if you get the physical journal kit, or if you get the digital, you get that sheet. All right, so we're going to grab this page. I'm going to go ahead and fold it the other way. And I'm looking at this page to remember what I did so I can duplicate it. So on one side we had this stamp on the top and the bottom. And then I had the bow stamp, which is right here, to put the postage stamp back. Okay, use this block. And then we flip this over. Okay, and we went around the edge. So start up here. Just so that it had a little patterning. And then I went above so that when we took the card out of the pocket, there was a little patterning there. Okay, did all that all the way around. Super quick. That's the one thing I like about being able to work on multiples at a time. It goes pretty quick. All right, so this piece is going to be glued down, and see how that pops out the top? Sam, I've had to go in and make some adjustments on shipping because the prices went up, and I think I need to go back through my stencils and make sure that I have exactly the weight put in correct. And because I noticed that on somebody else's, and I ended up giving them an additional stencil because it charged them that amount too much, because they didn't buy that much weight, but it was charging too much. So let me look at it after the live stream again. Tell me, if you will, message me which 2 stencils or 3 stencils you were looking at. That way I can go in and make sure that the weight is correct. You've lost packages from other shippers? Yeah, I'm trying to be really good about getting them sent out. The $3.95 will get you first class mail. if you pay $9.99 for shipping, then I will send it as priority mail. Does that help you? Yeah, I think that's probably what I did is I went in, I'm thinking about how I set that up. I think I set it up that if you want it set just regular USPS mail, first class mail, there's no tracking, that's $3.95. If you want tracking and you want it to go priority, then you'll have to pay the $9.95. But I'll look at it again to make sure that I have the actual weights correct. All right, so this already has a tab at the top and the bottom, so I'm going to glue that into place. We've already made the cards that go in the pockets, so now all I've got to do is flip this over and work on the inside while the glue is drying, okay? All right, so we got this side. Now what did I do with that other journal card? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I need that and that. Okay, flip this over. Now I have some other pieces here. All right, so I have a strip that I thought we would use. Maybe we'll make a low pocket out of it. And I happen to have, let's see, I have one of these snowflakes and washi tape that's sticking to my finger. I kind of like that. And then this is the back side of the card. So what if we put that part of the tear off sheet down here? And then I have a Joy Piece. Yeah, Joy, Peace, Noel, Merry, and Bright. And I was thinking of putting it up here on the top of that page. And maybe we'll stamp across here as well. I have an additional piece that I got out, but I don't think I'm going to use it unless we do something like this, where we put it up here as a top tuck spot. And then it'll be kind of covered up when we do like that. Probably. I think I'm okay with doing some of this over here. I think we need some green back behind there. So how about, I don't want to use the scrapbook paper. Let's get a book page. Oh, I've got some music. Thank you, Janice, for your donation. Thank you, thank you. I've got a sheet of music here. What if we did something like, let's tear this edge right across here. And then we're going to put this guy, I want it to where the music's going up and down. So if I did it like this, and then I go, okay, right about there. And then let's take off some of this edge. Okay. And I think if I just take off this upper edge just a little bit, maybe right about there. So that's a quick way to just kind of tear one out. So let me do that again, because I have two of these somewhere. All right, so I'm just going to take off that, and we're going to take this part off and hope that that's enough. It's a tight fit, but it was enough. And then let's go right about there. All right, so I want to spray these real fast. All right, y'all enter the raffle if you haven't already. Let's do it with green. I've got pine and I've got holly. Pine is a little bit darker, so let's do the pine. Thank you so much, Nadine, for your donation. Thank you, Janice. Thank you, Jennifer, Margie, Robin, and Lori. All right, so I'm just going to spray this. I could have painted with a paintbrush too, so I'm just spraying it and we're going to dry it. All right, y'all into the raffle if you haven't already. Thank you, Morgan, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that chipboard piece is from the Merry Little Christmas subscription box, okay? So that's a way to use them. I paint them with acrylic paint, white paint, and set them aside until I'm ready to use them. And the reason being I did it this time was because I wanted the red to be a true red or the green to be a true green. And when you spray on top of the chipboard directly, it turns into a more brown, whatever color that you put on. Okay, I like that. So let's see if we put this on here and then we put this on here. Doesn't that look a lot better with that green behind it? If you don't think so, you better. Like it or lump it. All right, so I'm just putting Distress ink on both pieces right now. Just a little bit. This one's still a little damp. You can always put a scrap of paper behind it, and then it's easier to go down the edge. You feel cut off. All right, so I'm going to take this strip and cut it down. It needs to be no more than 5 1/4 inches. And I know I'm going to put it over here, but I need to put something on top of that. So I'm contemplating that as I glue this together. Not with paint. I need to put the paint away. It's the same color as my glue bottle. Oh, dear. Oh. Are y'all that are in the U.S. or are American citizens going to be celebrating Thanksgiving with friends or family this week? We will have Henry's parents will come over, and then there's a couple that we eat dinner with weekly that we've kind of adopted into the family. I guess they could be my cousins or something, because we don't want to say brother or sister. We don't want Henry and Barbara to feel like they're that old. But they're good friends, and we like hanging out with them. All right. What do you think? Is that kind of pretty on there? All right, so I think what I want to do is I want to line this up on the page. And I know we kind of covered up the star background, but I know it's there. So yeah, I think that we'll put this one straight, and we'll just put that right on top of it. You have to work all day? Oh my goodness, Robin. It wasn't by me. Just your immediate family, 7 in all. That's a pretty good sized family. Pretty good sized family. Since my mother passed away, my family really hasn't gotten together in a while. Maybe I'll do something for Christmas this year at our house and say, y'all are invited if you want to come. This is it. I know that most of my brothers all have, their wives or significant others, husbands. Their significant other has family, and so they all do something with them for Christmas. Okay, I like that. All right, so I've got this piece. Now, while I'm at it, I'm going to grab the piece out of the other kit and I'm going to trim it down to be the same size. Okay, why is it that my scissors just go missing? It's like crazy. Here they are. I found them. I think I want to stamp on this. Yeah, if we are doing 2 journals, Robin. I have 2 that I'm working on. Or I get to keep one. All right, so I've got these 2 pieces. Let's glue this down. I'm thinking we need to stamp on it. How about if I do the holly leaf? Because I just like the way that looks as a background. I'm going ahead and putting glue on the chipboard piece so that I can put it down. Let that dry. Okay. Let's grab the paper. And I think the holly leaf stamp, which is this one. Oh, losing stuff. What do you think, Hercules? I tried to do it differently, and it's not working out for me today because I can't find anything. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp the holly leaf repeatedly over this piece of chipboard. Now see how that makes a difference across here? And then we'll put the snowflake on it as opposed to just the brown. Doesn't that make a big difference? I was about to sneeze. Whew, it didn't go. All right, stamp it away. All right, so that one's done. It's ready to go on the page. Okay. I kind of like that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece down as a pocket. And, you know, I'm sitting here thinking about that. I probably should put, well, maybe I can. It's not super deep, which is okay. And my card that's going in it isn't very big. And I think I want it to glue closer to the edge. So I'm going to put that down right there. And I should have put my snowflake on it before. Do I want to put it on that side or this side? This will put more bulk in the center of my journal. So I'm going to put it out on this edge. Kind of make it somewhat straight. All right, so then I had this little Christmas tree. Fold this on back. So if we put that, I don't know, somewhat in the middle, and then I've got this little journal card that's going to go behind it. So I think I'll just glue it across the bottom here. All right, so let's eyeball this again. I want this down far enough. That looks pretty good, like that. Okay, let that dry a moment. So this guy's pretty plain. I've got the holly leaf out already, so let's just go right around that outside edge. And I'm just kind of barely stamping it down, and then I'm going to do a real hard one. You kind of see what I did there? So that when you put it in here, it kind of stands out just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here. So we're going to stamp one really hard, and then I'm just going to kind of see how that just kind of adds a little something to that. That gold paint is the Antique Gold by Master's Touch. Thank you, Sam. All right, so we got that portion. That's right there. This will go in here. You know, we could put something else across there. We could put Merry Christmas. We've got, how about, oh, I have one of the bigger Merry Christmases by Beeline Design. So let me get my long acrylic. And I had some green paper laying here. That might be, oh wait, here's a couple. That might be wide enough. So what I like to do is I'll put it on top of my, and look, okay, that'll fit. It fits! So let's stamp the Merry Christmas from Beeline Designs, which I think is from the Holiday Quartet. See if I can get that stamp straight on there. Hey, I did pretty good. And you know what? I have another scrap here, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp it again, because I may end up putting that on another page. All right, did y'all get entered in the raffle? I got distracted. I thought went lonely and left. Squirrels everywhere. I got you, Robin. I got you. I'm going to turn this off. Y'all, I'm giving you a chance. Get in for $200 junk bucks. All right. And then, Robin, did you find the link to my MailChimp? That was one of my newsletters, my past newsletters, that I believe if you click on it and open that up, it will then give you a screen that you can scroll down to the bottom and subscribe. All right, I'm going to go around the edge real fast. So you can embellish as much as you want. It's your journal. Do what you want. Okay. So what if I'm looking at this guy? Do I want to put that here? Oh, I think that looks better right there. Doesn't that? I was going to put it at the top. I was going to put it up here, but I think I like it right there. I think that just kind of makes that page. I don't know if she opens her Facebook back up, because it's annoying to have it up while you're on YouTube. Okay, I like that. All right, so this other journal page should go really fast, because I've already done all the pieces. I'm just going to set that aside for a moment. Make sure I've got it right side up. Grab all the pieces that go to the journal. Then we can put it together. Okay. So, I'm going to close this over. And on this side, I've got this piece. It's going to go down here. I've got this piece that's going to go up there. And it might help if I turn it the right way, right? All right, let's do the raffle. I got sidetracked again. All right, the giveaway, the winner of 200 junk bucks is Lori Merchant. Congratulations, Lori. I believe I have another thingy to send you, because I was looking at my people that I had prizes for, and I got them all lined up. Yeah, congratulations. But I do have stuff that's coming to you soon. All right, you got 200 junk bucks. So the prize today is Christmas. I'm gonna call it ephemera. All right, open giveaway. So these are from, I think, when I did last year's 12 days of junk journal gift ideas, and this is a specimen card. And then here is a little tag that I made. It's been, I used clear glitter embossing powder on a scrap of paper and punched this star out. And that's how I also made one of my other specimen cards. I used that same snowflake, but I didn't make them out of the same card. I swapped them because I had 2 different snowflakes that I used. And then I've got this little tag booklet. So this was like a Ralph Lauren polo, I think, something, and it had their company logo in here. And I did a tutorial showing how I covered that up. And then I used the tag as a template and covered it so you can kind of even see where the paper kind of curled up. This is some of that wrapping paper again. And I backed them and added some other goodies to it. I made 2 sets of these. So I gave one away last year. So now I'll give away this one this year. Okay. So that goes here. So now I need my little snowflake that I don't see. Oh, we went up here. We got the snowflake. So I'm going to go ahead and glue the snowflake on and try to get it straight. That way if I accidentally get glue too high on the back, I don't glue it down on my page. You remember that tutorial? Yeah! So I thought I would share those with y'all. Give them away. It's a prize. It's a Linda Israel original. Okay, that's going there. And then we're going to glue this across the bottom there. The rest of the pages I won't be making 2 at the same time while we're live. I've already made the sample page. Okay. And then we're going to put Merry Christmas on top like that. I'll put this right here. All right, we'll put the card in just a moment. Let's flip this over. So on this side, we have this piece and we have this piece. Okay. So I'll go ahead and glue this piece down first. Put that down. And then glue this piece down. Oh, I didn't do it! There it goes. I didn't hit the open button. I typed it all in. I missed the button. No raffle for you. Just kidding. Oh dear. I'm busy here. I'm trying to create. It's live now. Okay. So then I've got this little gnome. He's going in here. And this guy's going right there. And then we'll flip this over. That one's already got that journal card in it. And we need to put the journal card in here. And we've got to put the card, little folio, in here. So there's our page. And I had some pieces left over, but I didn't have enough for 2 journals. That's odd. Okay. I did open the raffle. I finished a page. So you can see how it was put together. Different greeting cards. Okay, I'll set this over here. Woo! We're cooking with gas now. Oh, here's the other pieces. Okay, good. So I have some extra pieces I can use. Okay, so some of y'all have mentioned in the past fragile paper and wanted some ways that you could use the fragile paper. And I thought I would share one with you today. So I've got a few elements that I've already kind of pieced together here. And the first thing that I did was I cut my page down to be 8.5 by 11. And I just noticed I got a tore spot. See how easy it tears? I put this down the middle so that when I put it in my book, this really thin paper wouldn't tear up. So now what I've got is a strip. So that was about an inch and a half wide. And then I've got an inch wide by 11 inches long strip. And I'm going to put that across the top and the bottom, which will help this little tear down here that I had. Okay. So flip this around. And this is a great way to take some of those digital or even your scrapbook papers and you want to use it, but maybe you only have one sheet of paper and you want to have little accents here and there. Well, tear it into or cut it into 1 inch, 1.5 inch strips, and then you'll see how far you can make that go. You can also use washi tape. You could use your gel prints in the same fashion, okay? I didn't pay attention to see which is right side up, and I got lucky. This is right side up. All right, so to kind of help with stability on the page, I decided that I would use one of the pocket pieces that comes in the kit. So this is the piece that you get. One piece here, this is a piece, and this is another piece. And it's either the subscription box or the large journal kit, because there's two of them in between the two kits, one each kit. So I just fussy cut it out and layered them on. They have little gussets on the sides, okay? So kind of see that little deal. I did add some tulip dimensional glitter paint to it, so it sparkles. Doesn't it sparkle? Robin can tell you. She saw it because I did it on Saturday. And I have the library card. I didn't put anything on it. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to have it as a piece of ephemera. And then this is my swirly note card label. And I cheated because I have access to a computer with the image, so I printed it. And then fussy cut it out, but you can get that as a rubber stamp. And then this is from the label sheet again. So back to the label sheet. That's where this came from. And I just cut it apart and made a little deal in the pocket. So we're going to glue this down over here. Okay. And sometimes I like to go ahead and see where my center mark is. Okay, I kind of got it now. So right side up, let's put that. I kind of split it between the two sides. And that'll help a little bit with the stability. It may tear here. If it's really, really fragile, you may want to put another piece of paper on that leading edge, okay? So then I took a piece of cardstock and trimmed it down, and I've just misplaced my ruler again. Here it is. So this piece happens to be 7 by 5, no, 4 3/4, okay? I went ahead and stamped the edge with the curly swirly, or the leafy vine. Leafy vine. And then I took another 1 inch about strip of that paper and glued it on the back side so you could see the print, and then folded it over. And now what we're going to do is we're going to glue this down. So I'm going to put some glue on this tab that I just created and put this in the center here and press that down. And so now I've just made this flip out piece. And so you're still seeing part of the page when you open that up. Isn't that clever? And then from the kit, I had the Christmas greetings little label. I thought that would be pretty glued down here on the bottom. So I'm going to glue this down. Like that. Now I didn't put anything. Oh, I did forget. I was going to stamp down that edge. So I'm going to open this up, grab a scrap of paper, and I want to stamp this edge. I feel like I'm about to sneeze again. I was trying to put my paper in my drawer and my stamp pad where I put my papers. All right, so we did that piece. Okay, so we got this little piece that flips out. I didn't put anything back here. Should I leave it for whoever gets the journal to add? You know, because it's kind of hidden journaling space and you get to see the music behind. All right, so in the pocket, I have, where are all my pieces? Here we go. This is just a piece of scrapbook paper that I had. So I thought that would go there. And then I had one of Norella's little tags, and I put some tulip dimensional paint on there. This is just like a printable by Calico Collage little label. I'm going to put him behind so you kind of see the different layers. And then I made a little tag. This was a scrap of paper that I had here, and I used this ID punch. So the ID punch, and put that on top of there, and then stitch it down. What ingredient? Well, paint doesn't have the adhesive properties that glue does. So it's, I don't know. Yeah, I was dimensional painting all over the place. I had all kinds of little elements. So I put dimensional paint around here, on this. All right, so now you're going to flip this over and decorate this side. All right, so I have a corner pocket from the kit, and it kind of can go this way, but it's really supposed to go this way. So I'm going to put it on this side of the page and glue that down. Tough question. It's just the adhesive that's in it. Paint, in some instances, can let things be adhered, but they won't be a strong bond as it would if you used glue. You know, like acrylic gel medium is a glue. I wouldn't try to glue down permanently a button with that. I could do paper, but if it's a dimensional item, you're going to want another glue and then seal it with your acrylic medium. So that's a little bit different. Yeah, it does sparkle, doesn't it? So yeah, not necessarily a class, Julie. It was just a workshop so people could come and play, kind of a play day thing. And then I would explain things every once in a while, how to do them. I'd say, class, look at me. All right, this is how you do this. Okay. All right, so then over here, I stamped the same Christmas onto a piece of ivory cardstock because I thought it'd be kind of pretty on the page. And then I have another one of these elements from the label that I thought would look really good up here at the top. So I'm going to glue this piece down as a pocket down here on the bottom. Put that down. And then let's go ahead and glue this one as a little skinny pocket. So I'm going to put glue over on the sides and then back up. I was trying to use all these little pieces that come in the kit. And I was like, well, how can I get more bang for the buck? And then this is one of the little elements or labels. My printer, If I don't do a thorough cleaning in between big print jobs, it will ghost image. And then this is just a piece of cardstock that I cut to fit in there. You know what? I have, so I might as well use them. I've got some of these little labels, so I'll put one of those in there too. And then I've got one of the journal cards from the kit, and I put the glitter paint across there and on the candles. It kind of reminds me of a vintage Christmas card that you would get that would have the glitter on it. Okay. Oh, Ada, I post them on my website or on my Facebook page at Linda Israel, and I will schedule the next one, which will be in March. It will be on a Sunday in March. That's going to be one group. If you're interested in coming for a special event, let me know, and we may just book a special event. Because I know the other girls like to get together, and I bet you they would enjoy a special occasion gathering. All right, so there's my journal page using somewhat fragile paper. Now, this edge may be still a little fragile, but for the most part, it's got a little bit of stability behind it, so you shouldn't rip it too easily. And I just like this little flip out piece. I just think that's fun on here. The Christmas stamp, that is new in my shop. I'll get it out here. It is called Christmas Flourish. Christmas Flourish. And then we've used the holly leaf, and I pre-stamped the poinsettia. These are all my stamps. Okay. Put that page up here. Okay. Getting the next one ready. Alrighty. I got some stamps we're going to use. Ribbon. Okay. Try to get all my things out. All right, so on this one, I have a piece of dictionary page that I've trimmed down to 8.5 by 11. And now I'm going to grab the Merry Little Christmas Pine and the Merry Little Christmas Red. That's from the subscription box kit. I'm going to shake these up really well. Isn't the bow cute? I like the bow. All right. It's an in-person workshop, Ada, that I did here in Yukon, Oklahoma. So yeah, it is kind of different. It's just it's my Linda Israel page. All right. So what I'm going to do is spray. Trying to cover up my papers because I always get spray everywhere, it seems like. All right, I'm just spraying all over. I wanted some custom colored paper. Okay, and then I'm going to dry this with my heat tool. And it's okay if it pools. Makes it mixed media. Nouveau Embellishment Mousse Indian Gold. Oh my goodness. You're welcome. Yeah, I haven't scheduled on publicly the next one, which will be in March, but we just did one Saturday. If I have people that want to come, just let me know that, hey, Linda, I'm going to be in or around, or I want to be in or around Oklahoma. If you want to come to an in-person workshop and tell me the dates you're going to be here, and we can see if we can't put something together, even if it's just a small little group. Like I know Robin could do them during the week. So if there's somebody that would rather come down and have a workshop on a Wednesday, well, hey, we can figure that out. We can do it. Okay. I should host and teach on a cruise. Wouldn't that be amazing? I would love to do that. Well, you know, we had started to look at doing something, but then COVID hit. So I'm just waiting it out to see, you know, what is the better deal. Because right now, you can get some amazing cruise deals. In fact, we're going to, hey, I'll tell you what, we're going on a cruise. We leave January the 23rd. We're going out of Galveston, Texas. If you can get booked on that cruise, and if I get 5 of you booked, let me know. And what I'll do is I will make sure we have a workshop, even if we have to do it in my hotel room, my room. Okay, so I just sprayed that with the red and the green. See how it kind of pools? I'm going to grab some scraps of paper here. We're going to do some more stamping. Okay, so now I have to look here. I want a couple of stamps. So I've got the Christmas stamp. And I'm going to get a larger block for the Joy. I think it's called the Christmas word tree. Christmas. I don't know. I forgot the name of it all of a sudden. What is it called? Christmas word tree. Yeah. Christmas word tree. It's on the index sheet, Linda, if you just look at it. All right. So I want to stamp this Christmas word tree. And I'm going to do it somewhat randomly. And I've decided I want this to be at the bottom. So I'm going to flip this around like that. And I'm going to stamp it kind of randomly, I guess, with a little bit of space in between each one. Kind of a repeating pattern. And maybe we'll do this one here. So it kind of looks like, you know, a specialty paper that it's repeating over and over. So I'll kind of do it right there. There. Okay. Put this away. And then I've got the Christmas word, Christmas flourish. It kind of looks gold, but it's green. It's green with gold in it. So now I'm just going to stamp in between, however it comes out, even if it's off the page. You like it? Let's go back together. Okay? Does that kind of come together now? Now, across the bottom here, I want to put some ribbon, and it doesn't stick with Aleene's. So I'm using the best glue ever. I get it squeezed down. I think I had it wrong side up. I'm just making a little line. Okay? And we're going to let that air dry a moment. And while that's drying, I'll get my other elements ready. So I took one of the laser chipboard pieces and I painted it with gold acrylic paint on here. And then I glued it down and left that aside. So that's going to go up here. Let me get all my pieces out. I've got a book page here and I decided that I want to paint this. So while we're waiting on that glue to dry, let's get this little piece. And I think I want to do it in the red. So I'm going to spray this red and let's dry it. stamp images. Yeah, so there you can use yours, whatever your similar one is. It's very, very wet. I happened to find that little pad of pages, hymnal pages, and I thought, well, I'll use some of those today. I haven't been using very much of them lately. Do some more collage-y type pages. All right, I'm going to kind of hit the glue with my heat gun a little bit, and that'll help dry it a little faster. Okay, so this piece is going to go behind another one of the pieces from the label. So again, from this label, so this portion right here, I covered it up by using a little scrap of red paper, and then I stamped the Christmas from my little miniature Christmas set of that fits the labels. I think it's called, I can't remember if I put it as Christmas or December Quartet. I think that's what I called it. And I wanted this piece to go on here. So I'm going to rip this a little bit. Okay, just making a little piece. And I want my re-inker really dark, so I'm just going to take my re-inker. Someone asked, how much do you put on there? And I just kind of put a little dot in the middle, and I'll give it a moment to kind of soak in. It's thicker, so it doesn't seem to soak in near as fast. So I'll just kind of dip my tool in it on the edge, and it's going to be a lot darker, and I want it that way because of this paper. And then by the time I get ready to use it again, it will have soaked down into the pad a little bit more, and it won't be so dark. So I'm just going to set that aside. So this piece is going to go on top of this piece, but it's going to go over the ribbon, which I've already cut some. And I'm just going to lay it across. Like so. And then let's trim this off. Okay, we are going to go to the sewing machine here in just a little bit. So I'm trying to get all these pieces where I want them. All right, so this piece is going to go here. And that's why I put that red behind there. I thought it popped a little better. So I'm going to glue down the red and then glue down my little tuck spot on top. All right, so that's going to go right about there. I'll use my bone folder to kind of smooth that out. And then this piece is going to go on top. So, you know, layering up these thinner papers doesn't make your journal near as bulky as if you use cardstock on each individual piece. Okay, I like that. And then this piece is going to go up here. I want to make sure that my page is centered, so I'm folding it over. Yeah, I know it's covering up my stamping, but I just like that green. I thought that pop of green was fun. All right, so I'm going to glue that right here, like so. I'm going to wait on the rest of the embellishment so it's not in my way when I go to the sewing machine. And I'll flip my page over. And I didn't put any protection on this really thin paper, and I'm going to make it a pocket. So I'm just going to grab a scrap of paper here. I always keep a couple handy that I can cut up into strips. And I'm going to cut a couple of 1-inch strips. I'm going to glue that to the back side of my book page because I'm going to have a side loading pocket. And I just realized I didn't put anything in that side loading pocket. So we got to put something in it. All right, so I'm going to take this strip and then just glue it on this edge. That'll help strengthen it up a little bit. Okay, and I'll do this one as well, and then we'll trim it off. Okay, trim it off, trim it off. Okay, so now what I've got is I have one of Morella's pages that is pre-printed, but I took and zigzag stitched. I also added paper on the backside here. Some of this eyelash yarn that was in the kit. And now what we're going to do, uh-oh, where's the lamb? We're going to go over to the sewing machine and I will stitch across the top and the bottom of these two pages. So I'm going to kind of line it up. I may need to trim some of it off. You know what? I'm going to add some Distress Inks real fast around this edge because it's a little bit wider than my page, which happens. Sometimes I cut it a little short. This way, if it's seen, it's not white. Okay, that'll look better. So, making sure I've got it right side up, I'm going to take this piece and put it on top. And I'm going to stitch across the top and the bottom. Okay? Just getting it all lined up. All right, that looks good. All right. So I'm using a regular sewing machine. Oh, come on now. Turn on. A regular sewing machine. I have regular thread, regular needle, and all I'm going to do is just line up my paper as best I can eyeball it and do a zigzag stitch. It is 2.5 by 2.5. If you watch me at all, that's pretty much what I generally would use. You can use decorative stitches. I highly recommend that you start on a scrap of paper the first time you're going to sew with a new setting. That way you can figure out if it's going to work for you. That's the right setting that you want to use. Another tip that I'll give you is to do samples on a index card and write on that sample how you achieved that stitch. You had to go in, the dial needs to be here and here, or what settings that you like to get it so that you can repeat it. I know that sometimes some of these fancy settings on machines, you have to have a certain stitch width and length in order to get it to look the best. I got a little off track there because I looked at y'all, but that's okay. So I just sewed those together and now I've got a pocket here. Okay. Okay. How much stuff I have stashed around. You like that? How that came together? All right, so I'm just going to fold this over. I think I want to go this way. Fold this over this way. Like so. Okay. I'm going to open it back up. And we're going to finish decorating this side, which is, here's the label from the kit in the middle where it says Merry Little Christmas. And here's what I did. I sewed down some green, and then I used the best glue ever and put down some sequins on the top and the bottom of each one. I don't know. I was trying to use all of the thingies and trying to do all of that live. The glue doesn't dry fast enough. So I thought I can surely describe this to y'all and you can figure it out. Glue down the fabric to hold it in place. Then you can stitch on top of it. And then I glued the sequins on top because I really didn't want black zigzag stitching through it. And then I've added little tabs so that when I put this down, I can use the full width of that, okay? Well, thank you, Ada. Crinkly paper. So again, here is using a fragile paper, and I backed it with other paper so that when we go to use this pocket, we don't have to worry about that edge tearing. Okay. All right, we got a cover to make, and then I need to count the pages because I think I did a page before we started. Okay. I like it. All right, so I'm going to flip this over. I've got cards that'll go in those pockets, but I want to wait to do that. And I need... Where is it? Where is it? This is another one of those label images. And I think... I hate to cover up. Maybe we'll put it right there. Yeah, let's put it right there, because then you can kind of tuck something there. I didn't want to cover up all these pretty images. Okay. So I took that pine bough from earlier and just stamped that on there, just to have a little card that you would stick on that page. And then let's go back over here. Okay. So I have from the kit, this is the word search that's in the subscription box, I believe, or it may be in the large journal kit. And then this is just a scrap of paper I had laying here. So I stamped the number 25, which is 2 separate numbers side by side. And this is the tiny swirl tree, and then Christmas from the December quartet. I thought that would look good in that little tuck spot there. And then we've got pockets over here. So this is one of Norella's images from the kit. What did I do? I don't remember where that one goes. Okay, so now I've got these 2 cards. Oh yeah, I had to pull out the cards so I knew what it did. All right, here's the stamps. So let's stamp a couple of cards. So we got this one. And I have, I believe this is called Traditions. It's like a father and a son hauling a Christmas tree. And I just realized what I was doing. It's not straight on my block. And I want to stamp the father and son. So I'm kind of looking at my card really close. We're going to stamp that side. Letting the ink seep in. Okay. So that's on there. Cute, cute, cute. All right, put this over here. A different stamp. And then I've got 'Tis the Season. I'll stamp that right here. Just a quick 'Tis the Season. All right, so then I've got a square kind of watercolor paper. And I have the leafy vine. And we're going to stamp that right across the top. I did this on Saturday and the girls really liked it, so I thought I would share it with y'all today. So this is the hanging ornament set that I have in my shop. So I'm inking that up. And then I'm going to line it up in the middle and stamp that across the top there. But wait, there's more. All right, so I have my palette started here of some Tattered Angels. So I'm going to get all my colors out again and spray them. So I've got Candlelight and Copper Glow. These are from the Merry Little Christmas set of Tattered Angels. And I'm just spraying, you know, 1 or 2. I don't need a lot. I probably could have gotten away with adding just a little bit of water to what was already in there, but I wanted it to be fresh. All right, so I've got a paintbrush here. And what I'm going to do, I got splatters, but that's okay. Let's zoom in. Hanging ornaments. All right, so I'm going to grab some of this red, and we're just going to watercolor this page a little bit. And I didn't even bring in my other glasses, so I'm winging this as best I can. All right, so I got that one. So I'm going to clean off my brush. Let's do the green. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of this green and then just kind of paint in the leaves. You can do this, and it's okay if it's messy because you're kind of loosely watercoloring. So if you go outside the lines, don't get upset. Just go with it. Do it on purpose again, and then it looks like, oh, well, that's how the artist intended for it to be. See, that's how you work around those little bitty errors that you think the world is going to end. It's worth, you like this stamp set? It's worth getting. I thought it'd be kind of fun because you don't have to use it just for Christmas. You could also put the present on a page and say happy birthday. Make a greeting card out of it. All right, so I did the ball ornament in the green as well. And now I'm going to grab the candlelight and we're going to do the star. I was going to do it in the silver, but I wanted to see how this color looked. It just shimmers. Clean it off. And then I'm going to do the copper glow for the bell. So it kind of gives that bronzy color. All right, and just because I kind of got a couple of splatters on here, I'm going to hit this with a heat tool real quick, and then we're going to splatter it. No, it will not end. Using your gelatos, water pencils, and crayons to paint in stamped items. Yeah. Well, good. You're welcome, Sam. Get them out and use them. All right, I kind of dried those a little bit. Oh, I got a little drop of water. Okay. I'm going to take some of the red on my paintbrush, and then I'm just going to flick it a couple of times because I had a spot anyway, so this makes it on purpose, and it's still a little wet, so I'm going to dry it some more. All right, let's paint the paintbrush away. So here's one that I made earlier that's nice and clean versus the splatters. So it depends what you like. You know, make it on purpose if that's what you like. All right, let's get this out of the way so I don't spill it. Let's go back to the main view. Alrighty, so where are we? I need to put these in the pockets. So I've got this guy up here. Did I forget to put this up too high? Probably. I did. That's okay. We're sticking out the top a little bit. This one I measured right. I had the card handy before I put it together. So now we've got all these little elements in our pockets. What I didn't do is put anything in these pockets. I have these two pieces. So let's cut them in half. And then we've got 4 pieces that we can use. So this just needs to be cut at the 6-inch mark. And they should only be 5 inches wide already, and they are. And let's just go around the edges with some Distress ink real fast. You like it on purpose, splatters? Yeah. You've made a few journals for Bible verses and such, but I don't have the knowledge to do it in the Bible. Maybe at a later time. Oh, well, you know what? I feel that it's your Bible. You can do as you wish. I know some people who have a study Bible, and that's what it's for. They study, they write in the margins, they leave notes to themselves in there. And then there's some people that have art journaling. So maybe you get to a verse in the Bible that really appeals to you, and so you end up covering that page with a dedicated art piece towards that journal, that prayer, that Bible verse or whatever on the page. And it's okay to cover up the rest of it because you're not intending for anybody to actually have to read. You want them to see your art. Yeah, see, it's yeah, exactly. All right, so I just added some Distress inks to those edges, okay, real fast. And I think because of time, I'm just going to pop these into the pockets here because I still have a journal cover that I need to make. Maybe I'll go back later and add something. You get the gist of it. All right, so now we have those pages. So I need to look here how many pages I have created. All right, so we did this page. We did this page. I think I can go ahead and safely remove the stamps. We did the music page with the flip out. We did the greeting card with the folded piece behind there. So our journaling is, a lot of it's removable in this journal because this comes out and you can journal in it. I did a lot more of that in this journal, okay? And then prior to the live, I made these pages. So I took some of the printed pages and I tore one of the gnomes out and put one of my gel prints behind it just for cute layers. And you know what? Since I have this little Merry Christmas here, I think that would be really cute. Maybe even kind of put it like it's coming off his hands. I have them laying here. Might as well use them. Oh, and I have these little flowers that my friend Sally gave me Saturday. So I'm going to glue one of those down on his hat. Kind of gives him a little more whimsical look. And then I just have some scrapbook paper journaling card there. And then on this side, I use the ticket. And then some more of that scrapbook paper. I had stamped Merry Christmas. And then this is a text spot here. So I happen to have some of the planner journal cards. So let's put 2 of those right there. And then I've got this guy. So let's do that again. Kind of decorating as we go. Oops, come on, it'll stick to my finger. Kind of like he's holding that sign. And then we'll add a little flower decoration to his hat. that fun? Isn't the gnome pretty cute? All right, and then we flip this open, and we have journaling here. Thank you, Amanda Dawn. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so we've got a couple more of these planner journal cards, so we'll tuck those right there. So I have 4 journal pages that I've made ahead of time, and I think that's enough for today's journal, partly because I think I have quite a few pages to put inside. So let's sort these out. I'm going to stack these together, and then we're going to make a cover to go on the journal. So I'll get a couple of my paper clips. Okay. So these are the covers. They're actually the planner covers. When I picked up my print job for the Merry Little Christmas kit, these were extras. So I decided, well, I might as well use those. So those are going to be the inside covers. And then I've printed several of the pages, like this one. I think we got, okay, it's not dirty. I printed several of the pages. I added some tulip dimensional glitter paint on them. So I'm just going to lay these out. I know I had some planner pages. Let's see what we have here. I like that page. I was trying to see what I want. Oh, let's do these 2 pages for the very first journal page. I like that. And then we've got pages that have more writing space. Yeah. And then there's some of the decorative pages. There's a gnome page. This one's got more writing space. This is one of the planner pages. Planner page. Planner page. All right, so let's do that. Planner pages. And I'm looking. Okay, planner page. I'm trying to add a variety of pages in here. So, do I want this page? Maybe this page and this page. Okay. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, plus the 4 I made makes 10. That works out. I'll have a few extra, but that's okay. So now that I've kind of figured out, actually I have that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So we'll put 3 and 3. Maybe. I like that one, but I don't think he's a center page. Is that a center page journal page? Or is this the center page? I think this is the center. Yeah, okay. Put that over here. And this one will go 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Where is it? How am I missing a page? Ah, I was stuck. They were stuck together. Okay, I think I kind of got a layout here. So I'm going to grab a cover and then grab a page like so. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. I was talking to Robin this weekend. Starting in January, once a month, there will be a challenge posted inside the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. The challenge will have instructions on how to create a thingy. And then you make a thingy and then post a photo of it in the thread or the event for the challenge. And those that participate can be entered to win a $10 off coupon to my shop. All right, so I'm just pinning the sides together just so it's stable. And I'm going to repeat the next one. Okay. What now? Okay. A thingy. I don't know. Yeah. Well, it depends on the challenge, Margie. You know, 1 week it might, or 1 month it might be a journal card, or it might be an altered paper clip, or it might be a pocket, an envelope. So just kind of a thingy. And then you just take a picture of it and post it in the group thread. And then y'all can be entered in to win a $10 off coupon to my shop. All right, so I think we'll flip through this really fast. I kind of like the variety. We've got lots of writing space. I have a planner page. So this one turned out a lot more vintage looking with the variety. Okay, I like that. All right, so let's make the cover. All right, so here's what I've got. I got some extras pieces. I have a piece of canvas in the background here, and then I have a piece of red fabric that's the same size. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, almost 18. It's probably 17 3/4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 9.5, almost 10 inches. Okay. Then I took some muslin and I ironed it to the back side or the shiny side of freezer paper. I then cut the muslin to be exactly 8.5 by 11 inches using a rotary cutter. So it's nice, straight, clean edges. Then I made sure to leave this flat for a while under something heavy like a stack of paper or books. And then I put this in my inkjet printer and I tell it to print as if it's printing on matte paper and print the fabric. So this is fabric that I printed. No, it is not washable. It's a journal cover. Generally, you're not going to wash a journal cover. It could bleed. If you're really concerned about that, you could spray it with a workable fixative or seal it with like a gel medium. Okay. So then I cut some other fabric pieces. Okay. So I'm going to, I've got some threads coming off still because I tore this paper or the fabric. Okay, got little pieces. We're going to go to the sewing machine here in just a minute. But what I'm doing now is just kind of getting all my pieces ready. All right, I did this one on this side. This one on this side. So I just had some green fabric here. And what I'm going to do is position this in just a little bit so it's not on the edge all the way. And just to kind of help hold it in place for a moment, I'm going to take a little bit of some Aleene's tacky glue and kind of glue that behind. Just a small amount. If you do too much, it will seep through your fabric. Okay? And it will dry clear. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this piece on this side, is I'm going to come in just a little bit from the edge. Okay? And I could have made that a little bit shorter, but we're just going to go with it. All right. Kind of put a little bit of glue on the back just to help hold it into place. All right, so we're going to go over to the sewing machine, and I'm doing this one differently than I did on my prototype. And what I want to do now is I want to stitch down this piece, and then we're going to stitch this down over the top of it. So what I want to do is stitch this piece down all the way around, and then this piece all the way around, and then I'll come back and I'll lay this on top, and then we'll stitch it down. Okay? We're going to do it. Ah, gotcha. Mine, I have the Fiskars, and this is, I think this might be the titanium. I really like this because the blade locks out. It's ergonomic. Since I have a quilter's mat back here, I can use my ruler and cut on my surface as long as I pick up everything. Yes, the freezer paper is to pull it through the printer. By ironing it to the back side, it gives your fabric some stabilization so that the printer will recognize it and pull it through as a full piece and won't crinkle it up into a little ball. You do have to be careful. It has to be flat, perfectly flat. It can't have any curls in it. You may have to leave it under a book for a couple of weeks before you can use it if you can't get it to go flat. You can go back and iron it again and then immediately put it under something so it'll go flat. All I'm doing is just stitching around this rectangle. I thought by showing the printing of the fabric, you kind of get you another idea that if you have a printer, an inkjet printer at home, that you can print one of the graphics onto some muslin, and then when you go to make a journal cover, you can incorporate that printed fabric with your stash to give it a truly unique look. Okay, we'll go this way. I've been talking to myself a lot today, haven't I? Oh dear. We're almost to the home stretch here. All right, so I'm going to go back over. I'll do it this way real fast just so y'all can see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm back over here, and what I'm going to do now is get this positioned where I want it. I'm going to fold this back, and I'm just going to put a couple of dots just to kind of help hold it in place. Do the same thing over here. All right, so I'm going to stitch all the way around this outside edge, but I'm also going to stitch like around this piece, and maybe I'll stitch around the Merry Christmas. Maybe I'll even stitch down this line here, just to kind of give it a little bit of definition, like it was quilted a little bit. All right. Go over here and stitch this guy. Hopefully I don't run out of thread because I did not check today. I think I replaced it last week. All right, so I don't want my fabric to go crooked on me, so I'm scooching it over, and I'm going to start going in the same direction across the bottom. All right, so now we're going to stitch down the sides. Kind of easing it in if I need to. And then we're going to go over here and do this edge. Okay, now once I've done the edges, I know my piece is pretty much in place. I could go around the outside edge too, but I think right now I want to stitch here. And then I'm going to stitch around the frame here. I have to tell Norella the next time she does one of these collage pages like this that I really want her to be heavier on the other side with what I could consider the front cover look. I mean, that could be a front cover, but wouldn't that be a better front cover? Alright, so we're going to stitch down the top. And we'll stop there. And go here. So you get that faux quilted look, especially since Norella has already put the images together for you. Okay, I think for now, I think that's what I want for that part. Okay, so I'm just going to go around the outside edge all the way around. I didn't put a liner in this one. You're going to be able to see the stitching from the front, if you will, all the way through. I think that's fine. If you don't want that, then pick another fabric and you could put it on just before you do the outside edge. That way it wouldn't have any of the quilting marks if you wanted. Or if you want the quilting marks, then just by means put a pattern or whatever on this back side that you like. Alright, so the last thing that I'm going to do is we're going to put down the tie. We're going to do it differently than I did last week. Last week I did a whole long strip and we sewed it in a certain point on the journal cover. Well, this time I'm going to cut that strip and we're going to attach it a little bit differently. We're still sewing it, but we're not sewing as much. All right, so let's get over here so you can see what I've got. Yeah, freezer paper is also good for ironing a napkin. Yeah, that way you have some more stability out of it. All right, so I've got approximately a 1 inch by width of fabric, which in this case I believe is 44 inches. And I am cutting that in half. And then I've got my ruler here. Okay. So I want to come in about 6 inches. And we're going to straighten this up a little bit. Probably right about there. So I'm going to take this piece of fabric. So this is the salvage edge. I'm going to fold it over. And I've got a straight pin. And I want to stitch this down right about 6 inches in, okay, on here. That's going to come across that way. And then I'm going to take this side and we're going to go all the way over here. So I'll use my ruler as a guide. So I'll kind of get where I want my... And we're going to put this right about here on this edge. And I'm going to stitch that down. I'm going to stitch across here and across here. Actually, what I need to do is put this further out. There. Okay, we're going to stitch those two pieces down. And then we will sew our journal cover to the inner cover. Lots of napkins are fun to play with. All right, let's go back to the sewing machine. One more time. I hope I got that straight. Hey, I think I did pretty good. All right, so I'm just going to stitch across here a couple of times. I'll back up and stitch back. All right, then we're going to flip this around to the middle and stitch this down, back again. All righty, we did the sewing. Are y'all still with me if you've given up? All right, so I already made one earlier. Same concepts. This is what the inside looks like. I just went around a couple of the images. I did that because I didn't want the strip to be cutting through the image all across the back. So that's why I cut it apart and stitched it on the outside edges. So it does cover part of it, but not all. All right, so now we're going to grab one of our cover or journals for the inside. And what I did was I kind of lined it up to where it's centered from top to bottom. And it has, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch in. And then I'll take my binder clips, paper clips, and we're going to clip it as best we can to the cover. Get another clippy, using my giant clippies. Okay, and once I have all that, I want to make sure that I've got my ties going in the right direction. Kind of helps to have those where you can get to them. All right, and then I'm going to take my wax linen thread 3 times the height. 1, 2, and 3. I'm making 2 journals, so I'm going to cut 2 as soon as I find my scissors. So if I put them up, I'll find them again. Okay, so now I need my template and I need a needle. So I got a needle. And I sell some bookbinders needles. They're 2 for $5. They're pretty heavy duty. All right, so I have a little template. I'm going to do a pamphlet stitch in this journal. So I want to V up my journal cover as much as I can. And then I have a piece of fun foam here and a craft pick. So we're going to poke through all those layers. Poke through all of those layers. I'll leave my needle kind of poking through there. Sometimes when you're dealing with fabric, the hole will close back up, and so it'll be hard to see. I didn't realize it's off camera. Sorry. Oh, I almost forgot. I don't want to sew that in. Okay. So now we can go right here. Yeah, this wax linen thread is almost gone. It is almost gone. But I have another brand new one. I found it. Actually, I have 2 brand new ones. I must have bought 2. I think when I was looking at them one time, they said that they would be out of stock soon. And I thought, well, I better get 2. And I did. I'm thankful I have them. Okay. Back through the middle. So I'm going to pull this up high, out of the way. And then go back through the middle to the outside. Oh, come on now. Cooperate. There we go. Okay. Kind of having to work with the fabric because it moves just a little bit. All right, so I need to poke the hole through the whole thing again. Okay. Try not to get tangled. I get to do this one more time. Yeah, it's a little bit of a chunky journal today. with all the things, the cards and the extras. All right, we'll tie this off. And then we're going to make one more, and then we'll do a flip through of the whole kitten caboodle. Okay. Gently pull these away. Alrighty. We have strings. The strings are extra. They are no charge at all. You get to have those and use them and do with them as you wish. I could sit here and spend the next hour and still not get all the strings off, I bet. Okay. I have not signed it yet. I don't know where my stamp is at the moment, so I'm just going to sign it and I'll find my stamp later. So we'll just do, okay, got that one signed. So then, get the threads loose. This will go like that. And because of the way we sewed those down, we have this piece. Trying to get it twisted so I can have a pretty bow. Twisted! How's that? So we have a little wrap. We wrapped it up. All right, let's do this again. All right, got that piece? There it is. It's like I lost the journal. Since my pages are all the same height, it's pretty easy for me to just tap this together to get it lined up. And then I'm going to line it up with the cover as best I can. Use my clippies to help hold it into place. My clippies ran away. Okay. This one looks like I made it a little bit wider than the last one, but it's pretty close. Get another paper clip. There. Need the template. We're going to punch some holes and then stitch it together. All right, so did you get some ideas today of putting together a journal? We added fabric. We used stencils. We used Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists. Did some sewing. What else did we do today? We did some stamping. You love the wrap. Oh, thank you so very much. Oh, thank you, Margie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Where's my thread? Oh, I found my scissors. All right, so we're going to go through the middle here. Make sure that we go through the fabric. Keep our tail. Love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I can't see the hole again. I hate that when that happens. Okay, I got it. I see it now. Don't disappear before I get it flipped over. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Sam. I mean, thank you, Margie, for donating for Sam, so Sam can enter the raffle. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. The fabric wants to move on me, so I'm really trying to take my time putting it together. Okay. Stick up there. Go like this. Poke it through the hole. Close it up and put it away. Come up here. Make sure it's tight. Slip under there. Here we go. We're getting it tied off now. Gotta make sure nothing is tangled on the other side. Okay. You always love the look of the wrap journals. It's not that difficult. It's a little bit more time to piece it together. Okay. Put this over here. Put this in here. Yeah, we're gone late today, didn't I? But I had so much to show you. And then I feel like I showed you nothing. All right. I may have to get another piece of paper to put under there. All right. So let's, I think we're over time, so I'm not going to do anything else. But we're going to pretend this was tied shut. So this is what it would look like from the outside. And then you open it up. And they're pretty much the same journal. I just kind of use a different outer cover occasionally. Different greeting card there. We did the stenciling, used scrapbook paper. And it's kind of a hidden journal spot. Did the chipboard piece that I painted prior to the live stream, but I painted some green with Tattered Angels there. Yay! Thank you, Robin. And then the printed pages are from the various kits, the planner kits, the large journal kit, the subscription box. Added some journaling on top of the pages. And then this is, oh, there's where my card went. This is a belly band, and this card goes in here. I wondered where it went. And then up here we had the library card. And this is a pocket element that you get in the large journal kit, and there's one in the subscription box. They're different. And then we flip this over. We have a journal page here. So this is how we reinforced a fragile paper by putting a strip of other paper on top of it. So you still get the sheet music in the background. Thank you, Giovanna, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ah, I understand, Ashley. Well, glad you're here. Okay, one journal for today. Okay, perfect. The jars are fun, aren't they? And then again, I added the Tulip Dimensional Glitter Paint. So I don't know if you can see the sparkles on the stars there. And then just added on top of Norella's page. And then this has got a spot for journaling inside here. Thank you, Ashley, for your donation. And then up here, I made a card where I used the leafy border and I used the hanging ornaments and colored them with Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists. The background that you see, I sprayed with Tattered Angels. Then I stamped with two different rubber stamps. This is Traditions rubber stamp, and this is 'Tis the Season. This is the swirling note card. And then this piece right here is from the large kit. This is the label you get with the kit. Another one of the image out of the kit. This is part of that label again. Here I just did some stamping on a scrap, just so that we had this variety of different elements in here. And then there's another pocket here. This is eyelash trim that I sewed down. You just see the glitter on this page over here. Journaling space to write. And then these are layered little pockets. So you have a pocket up here and have a little journal card there. This is a rubber stamp. Christmas Flourish. Over here, I used a piece of cardstock that I made into a little pocket. This is scrapbook paper from the kits. Just a scrap that I added the little ribbon on. And then this opens up. So you have writing here, and then you could paste something else if you want under there. And the planner pages, and I put the tulip paint up here. This is one of the background papers, and I just printed it as a page and then added a few elements on top. Crinkle, crinkle. Here I used a gel print behind a torn page, and then I added the rubber stamping and the little flower above the gnome. So it's a way to layer in some of the pages. Here we did the stenciling in the background with gold acrylic paint on top of the red Tattered Angels, and then I did some stamping around that journal card to kind of give us a cool texture. And I did some stamping on a piece of cardstock back here. Merry Christmas, one of the elements from the kit. And then we flip the page, and over here we used a part of a tear-off sheet from a shopping list. This is from the labels again. And then here I used some wrapping paper on a piece of paper sack, like a grocery sack. This is the poinsettia stamp, and this is digital image from the kit. This is one of Norella's words. And I stamped the bow on here again. And in the background here. Thank you, Ruby Lily, for your donation. Hey, remember, those of you that donate, you also get a membership on my website at lindaisrael.com. All right, so there's the journal. I guess I will give you a choice today if you have a preference over the covers. So I'll show you the covers here again in a moment once I get it tied shut. I think this journal is the one that had the red car in it for the... So this one's got the December 25th Merry Christmas card. And this one has the Christmas tree around the spine. All right, well, we'll pick a winner now. Thank you for those of you that donated and being here today. Thank you so much, Morgan. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Music to your ears, crinkly paper. All righty. Well, tell me which one you want, if it matters. Do you want the Christmas tree or the birds? And that will be the journal you get. If you have any questions, do feel free to ask. I'll be back live again on Monday after Thanksgiving. And I think, I'm kind of tired of Christmas. I haven't decided yet. I don't know if I want to do Norella's winter kit or if I want to go for some fun and funky and use some of a mixture of several of my kits together and Norella's kits together. So, oh yes, thank you for the free raffle. I forgot the free raffle. I totally forgot to do that. All right, let's pick the free raffle. And the winner of the free raffle is Julie Parker. I'll stick that in your box, Julie. Congratulations, Julie. All right, so now what I need to do is reset. Yes, go here. Click that. No, that's not it. Click that, delete. Go over here. Copy that, go up here and paste. All right, so these people have donated. We have Ruby Lily, Ashley D, Giovanna, Margie, Sam Spade, Manda Dawn, Ada, Morgan, Nadine, Janice, the Mrs. Edmondson, Margie again, thank you, Margie, Robin, and Lori. If you've donated, this is the time for you to get in on the raffle. While y'all are doing that, I'll clean a little bit, I guess, right? Put things away. So I've got 2 pairs of scissors out, y'all. 3, technically. All right, this goes over here. get a drink of my shake. I think it's all gone. It is all gone. If you have a suggestion of a journal kit you want me to put together in the next weeks, let me know. I'll be glad to share that with you. You got some of that wallpaper? Awesome! I said it right. Yes, the Mrs. Edmondson. Ah, dear. There was something else I've been wanting to redo some old kits, like the So Artsy kit. I haven't done that in a long time, and I still have some of those creative kits available in my shop. I also have some of the Positive Vibes kit, and I also have the Peacock Christmas kit. Maybe that's what I'll do next week, is let me find all my stuff, and we'll do the Christmas Peacock next Monday. I know I said I was tired of Christmas, but that's different because it's not just, you know, red and green. It's all different colors. Alrighty. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 people that should be entered into the raffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're missing one. Got Amanda and Ruby Lily. Ruby Lily, you still here? Get in on the raffle, lady. Mix it with the Winter Bliss and the Peacock kit. Okay, Robin, I think I could do that. I think I have enough pieces from in the past that I can kind of mix it together. So hopefully I won't have to print a bunch of stuff. I may just have to fussy cut. Okay, we got a plan. We got a plan. Where's my pen? I have to write it down. So I don't think I need to write it with a paint pen, though. All right, so we're going to do Christmas, Peacock, Winter, Bliss, and maybe the, I don't know what the new winter kit is from Norella. Norella's new kit. Because I haven't looked at it, other than Robin shared it on Saturday. Okay, we'll mix them together. Okay, we can do it. We can do it. All right, Ruby Lily, are you still here? Do we need to enter for you? Okay, good. She got in. Yay! All right, so the winner, tell me, do you want the one with the Christmas tree or do you want the one with the birds, if it matters? If you don't care, you're like, whatever. I'll give you whatever, okay? Alrighty, and the winner is Giovanna. Congratulations, Giovanna, you won! Whoop whoop! Yay! Christmas Peacock. Okay, good. Well, I still have some of those kits left too, y'all. You can buy them. Okay, coupon codes. Okay, cool. Coupon codes. Coupon codes. Coupon codes. Okay. Yay! Giovanna, congratulations! Whoop whoop! Either one, they are both beautiful. Okay, I'll decide for you. Okay. Alrighty, everybody. We're gonna do a royal peacock. We're going to do Winter Bliss and maybe Norella's winter kit. I may mix a few pages of that in next Monday. So we're going to go from traditional red and green to what I call non-traditional. We have purples and blues, just a variety of pinks, and just, I think there may be some teal because of the peacocks. It's really gorgeous, I think. Oh, if you accidentally have too many periods, then it thinks you're trying to period in another letter. It thinks it's a link. You're very welcome. Happy Thanksgiving to those of you who celebrated. I am grateful to be in this great United States so I can do things like be on this live stream with y'all. Have a safe week. Don't eat too much, just eat the appropriate amount in moderation so that you're not miserable. We'll see you next Monday. What else? Be on the lookout for my newsletter. I hope to get that out tomorrow morning. And again, I thank you for watching. Hey, if you would, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends. And if you'll come back after we end the live stream and tell me what was your favorite part. What did you like the most about live stream today? Alrighty, well, I'm going to get off here. Henry should be home so we can have some dinner. Lots of love to each and every one of you. Bye, everybody.